2 years ago, we started our homestead with 4 laying hens. Then we added chicks, and even more chicks. We got a couple more coops, added a garden, and towards the end of the summer, we got goats. So join us on the journey ahead as we discover the challenges, adventures, and learning that homesteading brings. It was great having Kevin as an organic guide and neighbors that had a ton of knowledge and equipment to borrow. Kevin wasn't just an organic farming wizard, but he also had horses, chickens, and has run farms his whole life. So before he left, we stopped by our grow-out pen as I wanted to see if Kevin could tell how many of the chicks may be roos.
Here. So when you look at these two, they're on the starter feed, as you can see. They are right now in their 5th week. At the 8th week, I go to grower feed.
You could be going to grower feed right now, exactly. Generally after a month, you can switch over to grower.
Oh, really?
But if you have starter, I always suggest, use it up. Get rid of it. Don't just stop feeding the starter. Use it up till it's gone.
Okay.
Because you don't want to roll it up and put it in the garage, not bring it out again until next spring.
Good call.
Use it all up.
One of the reasons I was hatching was to see if I can't get my rooster to hen ratio right. We have 4 roosters to 14 adult hens without the new ones being added in. So I hatched some, I know it's supposed to be 50-50, but when you look at this, I think it's 2 roosters, 4 hens. What do you see?
I'm going to go with thinking that the biggest one there is that one's a rooster.
His name's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Well,
When he was born, this foot that was as big as the egg was the first thing that popped out. It was huge. Okay, so we agree on that. That's a rooster.
I'm gonna think the rest of them are hens. I could check the feathered foot out possibly, but I'm gonna think the rest of them are hens.
Right, I'm not gonna hold you to
anything. This is not my forte. Yeah.
Somebody thinks, see that brown one there with the comb on there? Somebody thinks that that's a rooster.
Yeah, well.
Because of the comb.
Yeah.
I think they're crazy.
Yeah, but I'm going with biggin.
Yeah, I tell you, when his foot popped out of the shell, I thought, okay, that's a rooster. I didn't even need to see the rest of it. They look happy, healthy.
Oh, they look great. They look great. They like to get you got your starter grit.
I put the grit in there. Is that?
Yeah, that's great. No, that's imperative for their digestion. A lot of times people think that just because the starter feed is ground down so fine that they don't need to have any grit. But no, you should always have your grit out for all ages at all times.
All ages at all times? Like if they're free range, I don't need it though, do I?
Well, as long as they can get to a grab, some sort of source, sand or something, you don't need to. No. A lot of times people just, they have them out there and they just have them in like a nice grassy yard and there's nothing for them to get to. Yeah, they definitely need the grit. But if they have a source that they can get to naturally, then it's not as important.
I agree with that. Well, the other question I have for you now, I had a friend who went into one of the big box chains on Chick Day.
Yeah.
And was going to buy just a couple. And the clerk said, oh, you can't have just a couple. You got to get 12. So they got 12. 12 chicks would be fine in an area like this. As chicks. As little chicks.
Exactly, chicks.
But, and so they had, a tub in the house and everything that they were using as a grow-out pen and a brooder pen. But after 6 weeks, these 12 were all on top of each other. So they called and they said, hey, can you take them? And I said, I can't take, they've got to be hens. And I got promised that they were hens. Now listen to this. And they said, oh, no. They're all hens because they did the clap test.
Are you working on some sort of what we call intensive vettings?
Well, that's. Have you ever? Have you heard of the clap test?
No, I haven't. No, but I just thought maybe it sounds like you're taking in some refugees and you're thinking about setting up an intensive vetting.
I did.
Okay.
But they assured me that it's called the clap test. That you stand above them and you clap, and only the roosters will look up, as kind of a protection kind of thing. And they said, and we tested this. We clapped, and all 12, none of them looked up. Ever heard that?
No.
I fell for it because I took 9 of them.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okay, well, I'd like to show you those, see if you think any of those 9s are roosters, but then also the quarantine's over, so we can release them into the general population if you think that's okay.
The other hens may get after them. If you have the ability to set up something like this, inside there and then put them in there and let the other chickens get used to them so they can't.
That's where they're at now. They're in the one that I built.
Inside their area.
Yeah.
Okay, that might work. I was going to say, because if not, the others will go after them and they'll run through the little fence, and then you're going to have a hard time trying to get them back.
They have, like, the goats have looked in on them, and the other chickens have looked in on them, and they've looked out. So, they all know they're there.
Okay, yeah, this ought to work out then. This ought to work, yeah. So no, but you're doing great making little toys for them to get up and on. I like that.
Built that myself.
Yeah. That took some work.
They like it. And I tell you what, you talk about browsing, look at what they've done here.
Oh, I know. Like I say, they'll clean it out. Not the best choice to go into an enclosed area. Is that Pokey?
That is Pokey.
Yeah, I hadn't even seen Pokey.
Pokey kind of yes. Marty.
As he witnessed firsthand, we had too many roosters that were beginning to stress out our hens.
Oh, come on.
See, Pokey's everybody's favorite.
Good job, Marty. Marty's her son, too. So here's where I've got the 9 that we adopted.
The thoroughly vetted refugees?
Yes, thoroughly vetted. So that we could, and I've put them in here so they can get used to everybody and everybody can get used to them. I don't know what they are. Maybe you could tell.
Well, looks like you've got either some barred rocks or those could be Morans, and looks like Rhode Island Reds. Hey, how you going?
She's shedding a lot.
Yeah, don't be.
Now watch when you get up, because I haven't really finished the safety elements of this construction yet.
The safety elements, okay.
I've got to go back through and bring it up to code.
Exactly, I was going to say. Has the county been out and inspected yet? So what are their names? I don't think.
This is Dee Dee and Evangeline. Aren't they good looking?
Dee Dee and Evangelina.
Yeah, Evangeline.
Evangeline, okay.
Yeah, she's very particular about that.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Let's slide away here and see if they come out. I want to see what they do with grass.
They were ready to be released into the general population, and I was glad Kevin was here, as I had a few questions.
Here they go. What are you doing?
Making chicken sounds.
Their release didn't appear to be too stressful for any of the chickens.
Freedom.
But no, this is good that you've had them already associated with the other chickens. So hopefully there won't be any difficulties. They should be already pretty much used to each other.
They're a little excited.
See, they're already out. Got their first heading for that first bit of grass.
Yeah.
See, look at that. They're already grazing.
They're excited. They're nervous.
First time you left home, I'm sure you were a bit nervous.
The adopted chicks stayed near the rec center, and only Carl really intermixed.
Do you see any of these that could be a rooster?
You know what? I'm going to say no, because generally if they're coming from a store like that, they're pretty good at sexing them at the store.
Mm-hmm. So then this would be 9 hens, which really helps out our rooster to hen ratio.
Helps out your ratio, yeah.
Additionally, I wanted to check on our pasture's health for our does. With both being pregnant, I wanted to make sure that they were getting all of the nutrients they would need for themselves and the kids.
So for these guys out here, you see anything wrong with our pasture health for them?
No, I would like to see a little more browse.
What's that mean? Oh, up stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. The more their head is up, because goats are in particularly susceptible to parasites, and so they're going to probably get that more off the ground. So the more they keep their head up, the more less they're likely they're going to get any parasites.
So you saw how they cleared out that area of tree over there. So what if I brought that netting back in and stretched them down this way?
That's what I would do. It would be like a version of rotational grazing.
Yeah.
It's been my experience that as long as they've got something to eat, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. So get them out there, keep that, allow them to browse more than graze, and then keep giving them organic feed.
Keep giving them New Country organic feed.
Then the milk that comes through them should be good. Their immune system
you can also use
put
out maybe in their house or something, like a little tub of free choice mineral.
I do have that.
All right, there you go.
I do have that.
So what that's gonna have is that since it's designed specifically for the goats, it's gonna have a higher copper content, because goats require more copper. And a lot of times you can tell if they're not getting the proper copper content in their health, is that their coat will get dull, and in particular you notice in the summertime. During the winter it's going to be dull anyway, because they've got their they've got their little warm coat on.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, a dull coat means that they're missing something out.
Do they look okay?
They look great right now. They look great right now.
I love having Kevin visit, as he's an encyclopedia of knowledge with chickens, gardens, goats, and even though I'm a slow study, I always am better after his visits. Clearly, I had some decisions to make on the garden, location, and prep work. And with spring in full swing, I didn't have time to think too long. I decided to get to planting and to add as much manure as possible to help offset the poor location and clayish soil.
Kevin has told me that the compost kind of is a living organism, and that in the middle where it's cooking, it heats up, and if you turn it regularly, I haven't turned it regularly, I've turned it, I've not turned it regularly, but the stuff in the middle should be pretty good soil. That does look pretty good. See, I think a lot of that's broken down pretty good. You get way down in here, and it's some really good looking, I think, soil. Well, I think it's good looking. This is probably where I should plant my garden, just throw seeds out here. All right, let's go get these potatoes growing. I got big hose, rakes, and garden shovels, but I like using these like when I'm moving the mulch bark chips back and then adding in this soil. This just gives me a little more accuracy. Pull back some of the, oh, that one's way, I see where it is, okay. Pretty excited about this. I bought all of these potatoes on closeout. They were all shriveled up at the store. So they were like half price or probably even less than that. See, these are handy that if I try to do this type of micro gardening with my bigger hose and shovels, I'd likely damage the plant because these are still really fragile plants.
Jaxter had been in Denmark for a couple weeks and was returning soon, and I had a big surprise for her, as I had just gotten a Brincy Maxi incubator and thought I'd celebrate her return home by setting another round of eggs.
You know, pointed sides or pointed end in. So here you set the eggs in the incubator, and it says that the pointy end for best results goes in towards the center. So you got those set. Mode, auto, okay, yes, all right.
Setting eggs is a fun and exciting time, and it's even better when it's a surprise for your loved one. The goats use the round top as a jungle gym. They like to sit in places where they could see the house to watch us, and climbing on that coop was the perfect setup. Unless you're the coop. And in an effort to stop that, I decided to move the coop away. Additionally, I removed the runs. When it was the only coop, we needed that extra space, but now only Patch stayed there, and well, I thought of moving him, but as an introvert myself, had some thoughts that maybe he preferred the alone time. My very first chicken coach was coming by, and as he was a carpenter, I had hoped to work with him on a couple of projects. The first was installing an automatic door closer on one of our coops where Patch stayed. I got the feeling that Patch thought he was a goat, and I think the other chickens agreed. Patch never ate with the chickens, but always ate with the goats. The chickens all tucked themselves in at night. Patch stayed out with the goats. The chickens free-ranged and hung out in the coops. Patch in the goat house. It again made me think that something was not liked in Patch from the other chickens. 17 of them went into the walk-in coop at night, while Patch stayed in the backyard. He was big and he was beautiful, but he didn't seem to have any friends, and that made me sad. I thought about putting him in with the others at night, but as an introvert, again, I thought perhaps it might be his choice. Either way, With Patch not going to bed at a normal time, and with me being unable to herd him into a coop before he was ready, I needed a way to help keep him safe. That's where Andrew came in. While I knew how to install the chick safe, I wanted Andrew there to prevent me from doing anything stupid.
This is Evangeline and Dee Dee.
And this keeps them in?
Yeah,
Just two?
just the two, but they both should be pregnant. This guy here, Patch, at night after everybody's tucked themselves in, he winds up staying in here by himself. So there are times I'm not going to be able to make it out here, or I worry about him. And so I'm thinking I'd like to put the electric door opener here, boom, so it raises this up. He's at least closed in there and has some protection until I can come out, and I still got the fence. I still plan on coming and close the door, but there are times I don't get home till 11 or 12 at night.
Right.
And I don't want one coop to be open. 'Cause
Right.
the kids and Charlotta can come out here and they can close either one of these coops at 6 o'clock in the evening. Everybody's in except
Except
Patch.
for him.
Except Patch.
Yeah, that seems like it would work.
Okay. And hey, this is a quick install. I can't be spending all day on this. I got other projects for you.
I'm not sure why I need to be here to do this. I think you're wasting my time with this.
That's a great point.
This seems like you should be able to do it.
I missed you.
Oh,
Okay?
I see. Okay.
If you want the truth, I missed you. Okay.
Are we drilling pilot holes?
Okay. If you want to do that, I'm.
Well, I mean, so if we just go straight into this lumber, it's likely that this lumber, it's really good lumber, cedar lumber, but it's had what, a year, maybe two? Aging?
I am in 2 days. I'm at my 2-year anniversary.
With this coop?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's had time to really dry out, and so going directly into this lumber without doing a pilot hole could cause the lumber to splinter. Ideally, you'd have another drill that one would already be in.
I know. Ideally, there'll be a lot of things different, but none of those are going to happen here.
In a perfect world.
Perfect world, somebody else is doing this.
Okay,
Okay, I'm just using that line. That look okay?
that's fine.
Okay.
Regard it just as, what did he say?
What did I
Ralph
say?
Waldo Emerson? Was it Ralph? No. Regard it just as desirable to build a chicken coop as it is
Yes.
to build a cathedral. Was that Ralph Waldo
I don't know if it was Emerson, but I've heard that.
Okay.
Frank Lloyd Wright, maybe?
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Is
I
it
think that's
Frank
I
Lloyd
don't
Wright?
know. This sets by time?
You can. It's got a light sensor.
Okay.
So you could do it for when it gets dark, and then when it gets light, and it'll do itself, or you
Right.
could set it for time.
Okay.
I'm going to do it for time. It's here for 4. Constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly. Look at the dents. Yeah. It's a sweetheart. Huh? What do you think?
They are cute.
They are awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go under, untie it, stick that rope back up so we can knot it here. Okay?
Okay.
Don't let them chew on that.
Okay. You're getting in there?
Well, unless you want to do it.
No.
Oh, can you untie that? Don't let her poop. Okay, awesome. You think that's going to work?
Voila.
Keep them safe?
Right. 5
Awesome.
minutes it took. Right.
A little more, 5 minutes. Now I got another project. Well, how much time we got left here?
I don't know.
Once the chick safe was installed, I knew that I only had Andrew's help for a bit longer and moved him on to a larger task.
Okay, problem. Look at all this hay.
Right.
Okay, wasting a lot of hay. You know, I clean this up about once a week. So I've been feeding them in this bucket. They seem to eat out of that okay. I got the bucket trapped in there with the cinder blocks. But what I'd like to build is one of those things I've seen, kind of is at an angle,
Yeah.
little cover, put hay in there, and they can eat between the
Right.
2x4s. Okay, we
Yeah.
build one of those.
Right now.
If you can get me started and then show me how to finish it, or tell me what I need to do to finish it, I can finish it. But I need to get started. And here's the key: like my coop, I like to recycle stuff. So I've got a wood pile. We have to figure out how to build it out of that wood pile.
And we could get even fancier by putting a hinged lid on the top of it so that when it rains, it doesn't ruin all of our hay.
I like the idea.
Okay?
And I know how to do hinges. I did them on that door. over
Yeah,
there.
you've proven it once.
And I can do that.
Okay.
I think that's the right way to do it. Let me show you the wood pile.
Okay.
And let's see if we got what we need here. Do you need to get your drink before we go? I need you to stay hydrated. Got
Yeah,
an
we got a
hour
lot
worth
of
of
work
work here.
No, I'm good. Well, so you always try and build like on a level surface, right?
Yeah, okay.
An odd turn of events prevented me from finishing my goat feeder that day. A few months ago, I saw a picture of an amazing coop on Facebook and I shared it. The post received a lot of likes and shares, and the owner of that coop reached out and asked if I wanted to come down and see it in person. Heck yes.
For more fun, like Coop Dreams on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit our website at www.fadedjeans.tv.
You got all females. They all ran. So that means they're all females. If he's already the low man, he's got a long way to keep that title. But he is a pretty fella, though. He is pretty. Generally, that's how it is, you know. No one likes the pretty boy.
I like you.
Well, guys, listen to you. Just, you know, that's how they always say the girls are mean, but the boys can be mean.